today. I know you guys are very hectic these days because you're struggling to prepare your final exam, right? Yes, I was very impressed by this passion of here, the SMU. I believe that the most of students in SMU also read books periodically. Do you like reading literatures? Especially, literature helps us to reflect on ourselves. Today, I want to introduce the power of literature based on my high school life. This is my high school, Yangcheng High School. Okay. The literature's power is similar to compass or a mirror. It helps us to find what we are going to be in the future. Or it encourages us when we are very depressed, like this character. Have you heard about the new job, the book prescriber? The book prescribers commonly manage the website to prescribe books to psychological patients. The book prescribers manage the website like this website, Reading Well. And in this website, you can connect to this website. You can read the prescribed books by book prescribers for despair people. Yes, the books can take a role as a psychological therapist. But I was quite disappointed because of this graph. This graph is showing per capita book reading a year. As you can see, it shows from 2008 to 2013. The graph has been decreasing drastically. Yes, what do you think about this decrease in average book reading? To make it worse, in 2017, according to the Korean Ministry of Culture, the average book read was 8.3. It's quite low scale. That's too bad that many people cannot spend much time in reading literature and books. Then, is this really true that literature can improve or change our mindset? I want to say that answer is yes. I am the living evidence that why literature can change our lifestyle. I want to talk about my high school life. When I was in high school, I didn't have many friends. I cannot hang out with my friends because I was egoistic and very dogmatic. Dogmatic means always saying, I'm right, you're wrong. Yes, I didn't believe in anyone and I didn't care about my friends' feeling. So I was always get angry like this man in this picture. Yes, I was, to be frank, I was so-called an outsider. But when I became second grade, I met a very special homeroom teacher. She taught me Korean literature, and her teaching style was very unique. She was, she was very similar to the Mr. King in the movie Dead Boy Society. I wonder whether you guys have watched the movie The Dead Boy Society. So I want to show you the part of the movie.
Come on.
It's Mr.
If
King.
you know something, you have to look at it in another way. Even though it may seem silly or wrong, you must try.
Yes, he is suggesting to study literature in your own
You
way.
must strive to find your own voice. Because the longer you wait to begin, the less likely you are to find it at all. Thoreau said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Don't give the time for that.
Yes,
Break out.
he is emphasizing
Not just walk
our
away,
own
but
feeling.
look around you. There you go, Mr. Christie. Thank you. Yes. Dare to strike out and find new ground. Now, this to your essays. I would like you to compose a poem of your own, an original work. Oof.
very high tension. He has a very high tension, right? Very high tension. Surely, my homeroom teacher doesn't have tension like this, but her teaching style and teaching philosophy was very similar to him. She always emphasized the feeling of our literature. So, she consulted me at the first of the semester and she saw my problem. She recommended me to read the book, The Way to Sampo, it's Korean literature written by Hwang Se-hyuk. The background is the Korea in 2017. It was very depressing era because of the very hasty urbanization in Korea. It is similar to Korea nowadays, very depressing. However, I was surprised to there can be exist the love and the consideration of each other. These three people are the heroes of the story. They started the story with conflict. However, they traveled together and at the end, they ended the story with consideration and love each other. Yes, I was very surprised to discover this love in very depressing area. It shows very heartwarming ending. After this experience, my homeroom teacher suggested me again. She said, true leaders should be the saviors of the broken. So she said to me to search other literature similar to my situation. I find two literary works. First one was the poem To Happiness from Sadness by the poet Jung Ho-sun. There is a line like this. I will show the fair face of sadness to you, haggling the price of mandarins with the old woman shivering with cold. I will explain the poem situation. It is very cold winter. In very cold winter in the market, an old woman is selling mandarins. Yes. Then a guy goes to her and haggles the price of mandarins, and the old woman agrees to it. The writer is criticizing the man with happiness because of the cheap mandarin price. I was very surprised to discover the paradox in this poem. Generally, most people prefer happiness to sadness. However, the writer argues the sadness than the happiness. Why? Why do you think like that? Because most of our happiness comes from others' sacrifice. However, we tend to forget the sacrifice and only remember our happiness. So, the writer emphasized that. I feel very ashamed because I have never tried to understand other people's feeling. I always, every friend has their own circumstance and situation, but I ignore them so easily. The second novel was The Force in Our Stars by John Green. Yes, it is very famous, so it was remade by movies. It deals with the story of a boy and a girl who are disabled and living time-limited lives. They met in a social disabled groups and fell in love with each other, and they did their best to make their lives beautiful and very meaningful. That's because they tried to understand each other. I was ashamed again because I haven't tried to understand other people's situation. I regretted it. So I want to try to convert my fixed mindset to growth mindset. So I want to start to change. And firstly, I started to reflect others' opinion. For example, when I was given a team play project, I didn't reflect others' opinions. I did all those things in team play project, but I started to reflect others' opinion. And I started to make study groups to enter university and share our information with my friends. And I tried to raise my humor sense. Finally, I tried to get confidence. I have never imagined to prepare a presentation like this, but I'm standing here now. But is this really too bad? Literature can improve your lifestyle objectively, not subjectively. Unfortunately, I can answer that definitely. I'm sorry, but I can say that it is a fact that there are many researches continuing in this Korea and other countries. For example, this is the Society of Korean Literary Therapy, founded by Korean professors majoring in Korea. There are many researches to search the effectiveness of literature in psychology. For example, one professor said reading literature can reach out high EQ. EQ, also known as emotional intelligence, means that I can know your feeling and use it to make better decisions. You can find any other researches in this website. Also, one professor named Kim Nam-mi said that we can understand the mentality of victims of school bullying by appreciating poetry. So, what I want to say is that many people underestimate the volume of story. Do you have any books that made you cry? If no, let's start finding. I want to end this talk with the Russian novelist Andrey's quotation. I read a book from bookshelf and I put it back in. But I'm not the one that I did so far. Thanks for listening.
So, I think when you become a researcher, you can't take a professor's word for it. There's lots of professors I disagree with, so when somebody says, this professor says this, I'm like, yeah, but based on what evidence? So, of course, you know what I'm going to ask you. You said that a professor said that reading books can raise your EQ, and the Korean Book Association says that it can be therapy, but what is the evidence they've based that on? There's lots of bad research out there, we've got to be a bit critical about it. On what basis are they making those claims?
I can say that their opinions are very true, but it is fact that there are the atmosphere to research literature, psychology, because there is not ignorance correlation between psychology and literature.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. You mean it's not observable? It's not externally observable?
Yes, it's quite hard to find.
Actually, that's the purpose of qualitative research, right? So you can get that kind of thing from deep interviews with subjects, and if you interview 100 subjects and get some information from them about how they're thinking. For example, you're just one example, right? And the problem that people have is they might think, well, that's just you. But you had an inspiring teacher and you read some novels and the teacher helped you to get something from it. But would we all get that effect? And the way that you can provide evidence for that is to provide multiple examples of people. And that's what the professor should be referring to when he says there's a link between EQ and reading books. He should be referring to multiple case studies where EQ has been measurably improved from a program of reading books or something like that. So are you aware of any study like that? That EQ was improved by reading books in 100 test subjects or something like that? Any other questions?
do you mean that why the decreased aspect exists in green? Maybe Korea prefers the natural science than humanity science. So many people consider the human society, the books about human society very low.
So that graph is like for every book, every kind of books, or
Yes.
then what do you mean by the society and science?
Oh, yes. I didn't think about that. Thank you. Then maybe if we find the composition of the whole source of the books, for most source of the book are most percentage is by human science and related to human and lifestyle. So the ratio of natural science books is quite low.
Okay, I think that's all we got time for.